I'm Colton Lochhead, a reporter, and I cover politics for the Review-Journal. This is a story that my editor and I had discussed for quite a few months now, looking at the question 2 on the ballot, that Nevada would vote for legalized recreational marijuana. Something we wanted to really kind of dive into, and we've already had a couple other states, specifically Colorado, who have legalized it and have now had it legal for about 2.5 years. So we've planned on sending me out to Denver, especially to see what it's like, see how much has changed or how little has changed. So that was the plan, dating all the way back till April or so. We'd been discussing this, and so come August, we kind of just decided we're getting close to the vote. Decided let's send me up there, spend about 8 days in Denver, and saw quite a bit. The biggest thing I took away from my week or so in Denver was that honestly very little has actually changed within the city. People still go to work. People still, see their families. It's not like it's completely changed the town itself. I mean, marijuana was there before it became quote unquote legal. So it's something that I noticed was it's just talked about more often. People are more open about it. Politicians are very willing to talk about marijuana. A lot of people are willing to just talk about smoking on the weekend, or sitting down and eating a pot brownie, things of that nature. Kind of like how people talk about going over to a friend's house and having a glass of wine. It's talked about in kind of the same essence as alcohol in that sense. A lot of statistics, found a lot of different stats, public safety stats, health stats, and some paint a good picture, some paint a bad picture. Just kind of depends on what you're looking at. Teen usage hasn't really changed, and if anything, it's dropped slightly. DUIs overall took a big drop, so driving under the influence took a big drop, but a higher percentage of them are becoming marijuana related. And the thing that really struck me there was there has been a bit of an issue with edibles. People, eating, with brownies or gummy bears, other different types of marijuana edibles. They didn't expect the problems that would eventually kind of pop up. People eating too much of a brownie, not expecting the dosage to be quite as powerful or as potent as it actually is. So I think the information is now being distributed a little bit better there, and I think that's something that Nevada was able to learn from. They've already crafted legislation here, and they're already working towards crafting stronger legislation to regulate edible marijuana products here, even if we don't pass the ballot measure, because it still pertains to medical marijuana. I just hope that they get the full picture. I want them to go into November 8th or whenever they decide to vote. I want them to have a full understanding of the question and to know what can happen with legalized marijuana. Obviously, it's not an apples to apples type comparison. We don't know if we do pass it, if it'll be exactly how it went in Colorado. Washington, I didn't spend any time in Washington, but Washington has had its own issues that are totally separate from Colorado. So it's hard to say that we'll see these exact same things. Hopefully they can use some of the facts in my story and use that when they make their vote.